Question number 6. Starch is digested to form sugar molecules in the digestive system. 6.1, it is an AO1 question, and this question is from the human digestive system. What is the name of the enzyme that digests starch? It is an AO1 question. Student must remember the name of the enzyme which digests starch. The name of the enzyme is amylase. The student needs to write the correct spelling of this enzyme because it is a keyword. 6.2 is an AO1 question, and this question is from the human digestive system. The question is, where are most food molecules absorbed? Tick one box. Four options are given. Most of the food is absorbed in small intestine. Figure number 6 shows two villi. One is given here and another is given here. Figure number 6 also shows one cell on the surface of a villus as seen using an electron microscope. We see here this is one cell. 6.3 is an AO1 question. Give one advantage of using an electron microscope compared with using a light microscope. This question is from the topic of microscopy. An electron microscope has greater magnification. The student can use the other option that it has high resolution. So the model answer is student can use one of them, the greater magnification or high resolution. 6.4 is an AO2 question. What type of blood vessel is labeled X? This question is from the human digestive system and blood vessels. Tick one box. Three kinds of blood vessels are given in the question: artery, capillary, and vein. If you look at the structure of X, the structure X in our diagram is very thin. We see here this structure is very thin present in our villus. The thin structure among all these three is a capillary. So the blood vessel X is a capillary. 6.5 is an AO2 question, and this question is from the topic of microscopy. The real length of one villus is 0.8 millimeter. Calculate the image length if the villus is viewed at a magnification of 20. The equation of magnification is given size of the image over size of real object. If you look here, the given information is the real length or the real size 0.8 millimeter. Magnification is also given, that is 20 times. Find the size of the image or the image length. We will use these values: 0.8 mm in the real object length. Magnification is used here. We need to find the size of the object. On the right side, we substituted the value. 20 is coming here. The size of the object is given here, and we are going to find the size of the image. 0 0.8 is dividing on this side. When you go on the other side, it is going to times by 20. So the size of the image with the help of the calculator is 16 millimeter. So we substitute here size of the image is equal to 16 millimeter. Figure number 7 shows two cells from the surface of a villus. There are sugar molecules inside and next to each cell. If you look here, cell number A, more sugar is present here than inside the cell. In cell B, more sugar is present inside the cell than outside the cell. If more sugar is present outside the cell, then they will try to move inside due to diffusion process. If these sugar molecules want to move inside, which will be very difficult due to gradient difference, a large amount of energy is required to move them from outside to inside. 6.6. Name the process by which sugar moves into cell A. It is an AO3 question, and this question is from the topic of diffusion. The sugar molecules need to move from outside to inside. The name of the process is diffusion process. The reason is there is a high concentration of sugar outside the cell than inside the cell. Therefore, the movement is from higher concentration to lower concentration. The answer is diffusion process. 6.7 is an AO3 question. Name the process by which sugar moves into cell B. In cell B, the sugar molecules have to move from outside to inside. But there is more sugar molecules are present inside the cell as compared to outside the cell. Even then, the question demands the student how these molecules can move against the concentration gradient. If the sugar molecules have to move from outside the cell into inside the cell against the concentration gradient, the name of the process is called active transport. So the name of the process is active transport. And the note is given, this process is done against the concentration gradient, therefore energy is required. 6.8 it is an A1 question. Give one use of sugar in the body. The most common information or the most common process which a student can write in their answer is the respiration. The student can use the other information that the sugar is used to make amino acid or protein or to make glycogen. The model answer is the use of sugar is for respiration process or to make amino acid or protein or to make glycogen. 6.9 is an AO2 question, and this question is about the villus. Figure number 6 is repeated below. We can see the structure of here. The villi, two villi are given here, and you can see that one of the cell is shown. Explain how villi are adapted for efficient absorption of sugar molecules. This question is from diffusion process. and the human digestive system. If you look here into the structure, there are a large number of small cells are present there, and each cell has a huge number of microvilli on the top of them. We try to create a large surface area for absorption of sugar molecules. The wall of the villus are just one cell thick. Therefore, capillaries inside the villus are very close to the surface area for exchange of materials. There are a large number of thin capillaries present in each villus. It means that there is huge supply of blood is present here. If you look into the structure of the cell, there are large number of mitochondria are present which are responsible to provide energy to each cell to absorb the sugar from the small intestine. Let's see the model answer. The model answer is there are a lot of small microvilli on the outer layer of each villus which increases the surface area for absorption. The walls of the villus are one cell thick, therefore capillaries inside the villus are close to the surface area for exchange of materials. There are good supply of blood in the villus to transport food and materials around the body. There are a lot of mitochondria in each villus cell which provide energy to each cell for active transport or to absorb sugar or food from small intestine.